All right, welcome everybody to episode 3 of Adventures in Inbetweening. Today we're going to be looking mainly at overshoots. Jumping right into it here, my first in-between is a breakdown overshoot, cushioning into the second key pose with the head twisting and the body torquing. So you can see here, to define an overshoot, first of all, it's when an action continues beyond the final pose. Now, there's a lot of subjectivity involved there because beyond could be following an arc. It could be going actually past and then coming back, but that's going to be affected by all the different parts of the body that are going to be overlapping and secondary action that are going past it. So in this case here, I'm actually going down and up with the head from one pose into the next, and the tail is doing its own thing. So this one here, this is actually the second tween I'm going to be doing here. This is an anticipation out of that first pose where the dinosaur is looking back to screen right downwards there. So anticipating downwards with the eyes blinking, figuring out where the head's going to go. It's going to go start high, then go down, then go up. So in anticipation, it's kind of the opposite of an overshoot. It's to put it really simply, it's an action in the opposite direction of the motion that's to come. But again, there's so many different things involved there. There's anticipation, meaning that part of the body is going to be already moving in the direction that it's going. Part of it's going to be moving in the opposite direction to gain some momentum. Part of it's going to be following a shallow arc. Part of it will be following a deeper arc. And all the time trying to ensure that we have some appeal, that we have an integral drawing there. So you can see here I'm actually going back to the first drawing I did and tweaking it. I'm rotating it around. I'm flipping between the drawings to see what really fits there, what is working for me. And you can see that I'm still not quite happy with it. Now I'm actually tweaking the other drawing there and shifting that over, skewing it, flipping between them. You can see I'm obviously not drawing this quickly. This is 8-speed time lapse here. The original video, or the original drawing time, was about 36 minutes. So I've compressed it with the 8-speed time lapse down to about 5 minutes from 36. Now I'm actually going to do 2 extra overshoots here, but I'm going to be using the original drawings and just cheating them. So you can see what I'm doing here, stretching out that one drawing, and then I just put 2 clean there. To clean just means that I'm going to be modifying that a little bit further. And I'm going to do that so you can see I'm coloring in here. And I mentioned in the second episode that I'm coloring these in so that I can put them into my automatic sooner and just get a sense of how the color is working with the backgrounds, with the other characters, and just to get a fuller sense of making sure that everything is fitting together. It's because I'm doing my own short films, it's a very organic process. I can do it at my own speed. I'm not dependent on other people to do a certain part of it before me or after me, so it frees me up to do things in my own order. So you can see I'm coloring in here using the oil brush tool. I've got my 2 main colors, the green and the yellow, and then I've got some variations of those, some different tonal values. Thinking about the light source coming from approximately around the top right, and adding in the darker tones onto the bottom left there. When it comes to the spines, the horns, the stomach, the nails, it's just an organic process of figuring out what colors are going to work and look good. And I'm going to add my second overshoot here. And this one is in the first drawings there. You can see on the timeline on the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking the character up a little bit to get a bit more of an organic overshoot. I'm taking the leg, and you can see me flipping there, taking the arm on screen left there, and getting some overlap so that the body parts are moving at different times, at different speeds. And we get more of a sense of an individual drawing, even though it's just a copy of a separate drawing. So here I'm playing through them, scrolling, flipping. Yep, I'm thinking that's looking pretty good, so let's play it at time. And yeah, so that's the feeling I'm wanting. I'm wanting this progression there. So he starts out, looks, turns, hey, and gets happy. And that does it, everybody. Thanks so much for checking it out, and I'll see you next time.